The students back in December did a full orchestra piece, and they really enjoyed doing that, so we thought, let's go ahead and put one on the spring program as well. And what better piece than Sibelius Finlandia. Winds and brass players have been coming in before school, and then we got a chance to get together just a couple days ago to put us all together. It's a fantastic piece. If you didn't check out the notes, was performed under many different titles other than Finlandia, so that the Russian Empire wouldn't know that it was really a song in protest over being suppressed. The chorale often is thought as being a Finnish folk tune, but it was actually Sibelius's own composition. But it has such a wonderful feel to it that tune has become a national hymn of Finlandia. So now we'll perform Sibelius's Finlandia. we'll take a minute for our winds and brass. As they're leaving, we'll say a few things about Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn, much like Mozart, was encouraged at a very young age with his music, and the Sinfonia Number 9 is one of his early works. It's written in sonata allegro form, and it's one of the forms that we studied in getting into this piece of music. In sonata allegro form, you have an A theme, and then you have another theme that make up the exposition. Then we get into a development, and you're going to hear a lot of different tonal centers. And the main theme, the A theme, is going to go through all these different crazy keys. And then we get the recapitulation where our themes come back into our original key. But Mendelssohn, I think, wanting to show off to his teachers a bit, said, yeah, I'll go through this whole process of sonata allegro form, but I'm going to throw something cool in at the end. And so he adds a little coda, and you're going to hear the main theme from exposition, almost played in canon or fugue, where this theme gets placed in all the different sections coming in and out, and it's just extremely well done. There's also two viola parts, much like there's violin 1 and violin 2. This piece has viola 1 and viola 2. And this was all done when he was 14. So just keep that in mind as we perform Mendelssohn's Sinfonia Number 9, the first movement. Appropriately, we're going to stick with the youth movement, but fast forward a couple hundred years. Adieu by Todd Coleman. This was written as a high school project. He wrote it for a competition, and I want to say he was living in Iowa when he did it. Though I'll have to, I'm not certain on that. But it's if you're familiar with Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings, you'll hear some of that influence in his writing. And we programmed that this piece so that the students could have a chance to work on really long, lyrical, sustained playing, which is so difficult to do. And this piece really allows them to sink in and explore that different aspect of playing. So we'll now perform Adieu. like to take a couple minutes to go ahead and do some recognitions for this group as well. Like we did with the concert orchestra, I'd like those members of the WISO organization just to stand and be recognized for their dedication throughout the year as well. So WISO students, if you stand. And then we're going to go ahead and recognize the solo ensemble participants, and I'll let Mrs. Heineman call their names out.
First, we have Jacob Lippiett, who played as part of a trio of violin, viola, cello. Jacob Hutchinson, who also played in that same trio. And Ian Henry, who played cello in that trio. Great. Next we have Kelsey Knapp, who played a viola solo, Class A. And Andrew Cho, solo. Great. We also have Allison Rogers, played solo. Brad Edmonston and Cade Nelson played a duet. Oh, Cade Mealy, sorry. I have another student. Another duet was played, and this duet went to state. This is Soren Davik and Annika Davik. We have Ashley Milanese, who played both a violin duet and also a violin solo, and she went to state for her solo. And finally, we have Madison Stauffer, who played a cello solo and went to state as well.
And now I'd like to recognize the senior orchestra members. I think it's important that we recognize these young people for their dedication really over the years. So we're going to take the time this evening to do that. And I am going to have all the seniors come up to the front. Just make sure you're like in the light somewhere, all right? So seniors can come up to the front. When I call your name, maybe just give a wave in case people don't necessarily know who you are. Emerson Inkenbauer, I'll say a couple words about these kids, and really they all kind of apply to all of them. But super hard worker, quick to laugh, an avid runner, and also a surprise party conspirator. Emma Cooper. Emma has the most unmistakable laugh and smile and funny all the time. Also, Destination Imagination participator over the years. Annika Davik, another one of our violin leaders. She's had to put up with her dad, telling his stories again, sometimes sharing home things, but it's been great to be able to go to school together every day. Tyler Dolan, you may not know this, but Tyler was actually a violist and switched to cello, and so glad you did, because he's done a fantastic job with that switch. And he's also someone that I go to when I want to know about this whole Destination Imagination thing, because they've been involved with that and done it so well over the years. Addie Gaver. Addie has been a solid violin player for us over the years, and one of the most positive, strong young ladies you'll ever meet. Addie, thank you for everything you've done with us. Griffin Haas in our cello section. Griffin brings a quiet calm to the class, and he's also my inside resource for anything golf news. We enjoy talking golf and what he's shooting and how the courses are, and so it's always good to touch base on those things. Cody Jaworski. Cody, again, another one of our solid violin players, quietly goes about his business and always quick to lend a hand if something needs to get done. Again, part of the Destination Imagination crew, and a go-to for anything technical. It's like, this isn't working. Hey, where's Cody? And he would help out. Ashley Milanese, again, another leader in our violin section. She's involved in so many music activities during her years here at MG, and done it at a high level. And I can always count on Ashley for providing that quick bit of humor during rehearsal that either needs to be said to lighten things up if I'm getting too cranky, but she's good with a quick bit of humor. Nathan Ng. Nathan, one of our violinists, who really, I need to invite him over to the middle school to help teach vibrato, because he just does it naturally. He's got a fantastic vibrato, and so thank you, Nathan, for your work. Alex Richer, another leader in our violin section, again, like Cody, quick to help with any technical difficulties we might be having, and always a solid player for us. Thank you, Alex. Allison Rogers, she's one of our How Can I Help violinists. She's been steady for us over the years, and again, if there's something that needed to be done, she often does it without even being asked. Morgan, man, if Morgan was here, I'd have him do a Scottish accent for you, because he cracks the room up when he does it. Fiona, in the fall, daily would come into the orchestra room, wet hair and food, because of all the calories she's burning, from those morning swims. I don't know how they do it, but there she was every morning, and making it through those long fall mornings. J.C. Swigum, another one of our fine violinists, and big smiler. Man, JC just has this smile that goes on forever. Also a surprise party conspirator, and someone that I feel always look forward to the orchestra breakfast. Ellie Trolson, one of our senior violists, kind of like a second daughter. Always providing solid viola playing in the classroom, and filling our house. We'll come back to Ellie. With laughter and fun, wicked videos with our dog. You can ask her about that. Graham Wagner. I think Graham really used first block to wake up for school before continuing through the rest of the day. And what a better way to wake up? Come into class and play some music together. And so thank you, Graham, for that. Andrew Cho. Andrew came to us last year, and what a great addition to our cello section. He and others in the class are often writing physics formula on the board during our morning breaks. Yeah, that's how our orchestra students take breaks, writing formula and solving problems on the board. But before we recognize these guys, I just want to say, I say goodbye to these guys every year, a new senior group, and I really do have one of the best jobs because I've got the experience of getting to work with you, throughout the year, and in my case, for 6 years, 6 or 7 years. But you guys also, kind of have to put up with me, grumpy D some days, sunny D some other days. Some days it's both in the same day, or picky Davic or storytelling Davic. And for the last 4 of those years, we all get together in the morning. First thing, we come together, we share in the common desire to make music. We've celebrated successes together, lamented things that haven't gone well, and through it all, we've used our mornings to wake up through our music making. And for this group, I'm just gonna say it is kind of special because it's really more than 7 years. Really, it's like 12. Because I've got to watch these guys, grow up through kindergarten and everything. So I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity to work with you guys. So we've got a little something for you. So we'll thank them now with a round of applause, and then I'm going to come by and I've got something for each one of you. We have what we call mugs and hugs. So we've got this fantastic Monona Grove Orchestra mug, and they're filled with little things, treats, hugs for you. So hold your hands out, and we'll get them to you. Seniors.
Next time you guys are hungry, you should check out Cousin Subs on Monona Drive. Best sandwiches and fries in town.
Was that Kimmel? Every year, Check, check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you. Thank you. Check, check, check. Thank you. Every year, orchestras around the country give out the National School Orchestra Award, and it goes to a senior orchestra member. And I'll just read what the students were given. The award is given to a student during their senior years and to reflect their years of contributions to the high school orchestra. The recipient of the award should be an orchestra member who is an excellent musician and consistently demonstrated the qualities of leadership, punctuality, attendance, and positive attitude in orchestra. The recipient should be a member that has consistently sought out the extra playing opportunities in and out of school. Above all, this award will recognize the orchestra member that meets the NSOA criteria stated below, in recognition of singular merit and outstanding contributions to the success of the school orchestra for displaying an unusual degree of loyalty and cooperation, and for exemplifying that high standard of conduct and musicianship that is the aim of the school orchestra program. And, I mean, you saw this group of seniors up here, a large group, and those words describes all these fine young people. I do have the best job because these are fantastic young people. With that, yes. This year, the National School Orchestra Award is presented to Annika Davik. Thank you.
Can Miss Heineman please make her way over here? Also, here, I'll just come up here. We're wondering if Miss McCarty is in the room. We're not sure. If you're here, please stand. All right, well, we just wanted to also recognize her because she has also helped us through all of these years, and, you know, even though she's not here, I think we should all give her a round of applause.
So the first gift that we got you guys are some gift cards because sometimes Mr. Davick surprises us and gets us some treats. So this time it's on us. So just that's his. Here's yours.
Thank you.
Okay, and it was a common occurrence that once in a while a baton would happen to fly into the orchestra from the hand of Mr. Davick, and he's broken quite a few, so we figured we'd get you a new one.
And all of us seniors have been coming down to orchestra first thing in the morning every other day. And I know for me, and I think for most of the other people, that orchestra is just a time that we enjoy. And you make it really enjoyable, and so do you, Miss Heineman. And so we just want to say thank you. And then we have our senior poster thing with all of us, so you can remember us by. So thank you.
Okay, well, we all know, everybody in here knows how much he loves the movie August Rush. So, with a little help from my buddy here, Annika, she went and got his copy, and I thought it would be a fun idea to remake the cover with Davik's face on it. We're calling it Davik Rush, starring Carl Davik, and Carl Davik. So, this is for you, a regift, but revamped.
We're watching this tomorrow.
All right.
That is awesome. Thank you, seniors. I know, I'll take it. Thanks for your continued support of these fine young students and their music-making endeavors. The last piece is written by a high school orchestra instructor, and it's entitled American Sketches. Real quickly, it sounds very fiddle-esque, kind of hoedown-ish at the beginning, beautiful middle section, and then masterfully, these two themes are going to be put together. See if you can pick them out near the end of the piece. We'll now perform American Sketches.
Bravo. Thank you.